Hey bosses, it's your favorite boss lady, Shadi Simon Godfrey. I am excited to be here with you today. Listen, y'all, it's been a rough season, okay? And I am here to talk to you about building your business while you have COVID 19. Did she say COVID 19? Yes, she did. Yes, I caught COVID 19. Everybody in my house caught COVID 19. One thing about COVID, you can't tell where you got it from. And I don't go anywhere. I like my house. I'm a homebody. And the one time I left my house, I caught COVID. More reason to stay home, right? So I want to talk to you about building and sustaining your business while you have COVID 19. I have multiple businesses. I have staff. I have all of that now. Right now, I have that now. But I'm going to tell you some practical things that I had to do when I had COVID to just kind of survive because as that leader, everybody came to me the same way, even though I had COVID 19. So I had to make sure that the first few days I put some things in place before I found out it was COVID 19. I just felt like, I don't know what this is that I have, but this is the worst thing I've ever felt. I had a fever up to 104. Listen, my head was pounding, the worst migraine ever. And I didn't know it was COVID 19 because in my mind, can't catch COVID, right? Can't catch COVID. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I had to do three things, three practical things just to make sure that, you know what? I have COVID, but my business have to survive. And you have to look when you have COVID. Here's one thing that really make you start to think. Do I have the right systems in place? You will find yourself questioning your business systems, your business process, making sure that you have the right things in place. Because listen, it doesn't matter how good you are, how creative you are. If you don't have the right systems in place, I'm telling you, it's not going to be as pleasant for you because your mind is going to be on everything else instead of just that moment that you need to kind of just rest, recover, and relax and reset, right? Some little R&R, rest and reset, right? So first things first, is it as bad as it seems? It's worse. Whatever they tell you on TV, it's worse. No one can truly predict how COVID 19 will react to your body and your mind until it hits you. Everybody's different. Some people have it and they don't know. Some people have it and you know what? You feel like you went full throttle, full speed down a hill, and at the end of the hill, there's a wall and nobody told you about it, and you go right into that wall. Yes. And you have to mentally keep yourself up, right? So first things first, systems. You have to have systems in place. You have to have business processes in place to make sure that in the event that you're down and out, your business don't need you, especially if you are the primary decision maker. Right? CEOs, especially small business owners, we have a team, but at the end of the day, we have to give that final check mark because we have to make sure that the business is being built according to your vision, to your process, your policies, what you want your brand to look like, right? You are your brand. So if you are out, then you know what? You need to make sure that they have a step-by-step guide of what the brand looks like, the brand message, the brand image. This is what the business look like even in my absence, right? So I had to make sure that I put something in place. This is what y'all need to do for the next 2 weeks. This is who you need to go to. This is what y'all have access to. If you don't have access to it, I'm going to give you whether permanent or temporary access. And if you don't have any team, that's my second thing. You need a team, right? If you don't have any team, you can still have a team. What you talking about, Shani? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let me tell you what Shani's talking about. Here's what I mean by that. Before I had a team and my business was where I can hire a team, I had AIs, artificial intelligence, right? There's a lot of platforms that you can use the bots technology, and you can sync things together and transfer things to one things. For example, there is HubSpot. You can use HubSpot calendar to automatically schedule your appointments, right? You can sync HubSpot with Trello, right? And Trello have a lot of things that you can use to kind of just let everything sync up and talk to each other based on your business policies. If y'all want me to go in details about that, then listen, just add some comments. Show me some love, and I will come and do a detailed video on those things, what I did right and what systems I had in place that worked for me, and see if some of those things can work for you. So If you know that you have your business coach, I'm a business coach as well, and a master life coach. So I make sure that my calendar is, my clients have a link, right? And they know, schedule your own appointment. Why? I can't keep up with that, right? And I make sure that PayPal, they have automatic transfer. Make sure that's set up so they automatically transfer your money to your bank account. So you don't have to go and check, did I get paid? Set up those notifications so PayPal let you know. PayPal is good at letting you know what comes in where, and you can let them transfer your money automatically, so you just, it's in your bank account, right? In the event that you need it, it's there. God forbid something happened to you, your family can just go to the bank. They don't have to worry about what money's coming in from where, right? And narrow down your systems. Make sure you have at least 3 primary systems that you're using every day. You can use all of those artificial intelligence to put your stuff on autopilot, social media posts. I have another system that I use for that, and it automatically schedule my stuff to go out. Meta, you can use their stuff if you like them. I'm not a fan of them, so I use other softwares to make sure, because it's always something going on, and in the event something happened, I need to make sure I didn't lose all my handy dandy hard work, right? So I make sure that I have other vendors that I use, other software, other tech companies, and they automatically post on my pages. So while I'm recovering from COVID, no one have to know that, oh my goodness, the CEO is sick, my coach is sick. People knew I had COVID when I overcame COVID. When it was done, when I was back to normal, when I was back to work, that's when people knew. Why? They didn't need to know. When they needed something, you can listen, you can even schedule your emails to go out. I use Outlook. You can schedule your emails to go out. If you use Apple, you can schedule your emails to go out. So if you have any communication you want to tell these people, you can do it. The first day of COVID, you feel like, oh, I feel like I'm coming down with something. Right? As the day progresses, you get some head. You might feel, it take about really 2 days from what I've experienced for you to really feel like, whoa. So you have 2 days to put some systems in place. And it doesn't have to be complicated systems. It could be quick and easy systems, right? Again, you want me to give you some of those? Drop me some comments, right? And I'll come back and do that for you. Third thing, your health and wellness. Listen, health is wealth. You don't believe me? Catch COVID and you'll start to think about your life. Health is wealth. Put systems in place to keep yourself healthy, holistically. Have a prayer plan. I'm praying this time, I'm praying that. I'm journaling, I'm writing, I'm drawing, I'm reading, whatever you do. I'm running, I'm drinking my smoothies, I'm drinking my tea. Whatever you do, have a health and wellness plan. One that you keep your physical body fit, one that you keep your spirit fit, and one that you're emotionally fit. One thing I realized with COVID is, listen, mind is the first thing to get attacked, right? Your mind goes where your mind goes, your body will eventually follow. If you feel like you can't do it, your body's gonna give up on you. I ran track and field my whole life, and one thing they tell you is you will always tell yourself mentally you're tired before your physical body becomes tired. And I've witnessed that. They always said when you give up in your mind, your body will give up. You always have more than you think you have. Because your mind will first tell you that you're tired, you're done, you're overwhelmed, right? And then your body kind of just line up with the mind, right? After all, it's the control system. You understand? So once you tell your mind, listen, I got this. And one thing I had to do while I had COVID, I had to keep my mind going, keep my mind going, keep my mind going. I was reading, I was looking at things, researching what I want to do with my business next. I was doing that. And you know, some people get really, really sick. You do need to rest, but at least a few hours a day, get your mind up. If you can't pray like you normally would, listen, write out your prayer. If you can't do that, that's it. But push yourself mentally to keep yourself mentally strong. And when you do that, you will see that you will recover. I recovered faster than I thought I would. I recovered faster than I thought I would in my whole house. Everybody in my house was sick, including kids. You understand? my child. So I had to make sure that mentally I'm up, I'm alert. Some days was better than some. When you felt like you were good, then the next day some other symptoms show up. But when you have these three things, and you have to know your why, knowing your why you're building a business, why you're doing this, it only qualifies the struggle, right? When you're sick, remember that why. I'm building this because in the event that this is my final moment, I know that my child will be okay. I know that all the other people I hire, that they still have a job, right? So your why have to be stronger. Your why, y'all don't even know what happened with that. Your why have to be stronger than the struggles that you face, and that's what's going to sustain you no matter what weather we're facing, no matter what natural disaster and everything. And you know what, I'm in a hurricane state. We had hurricanes back to back. So when those things happen, don't look at it like, man, I can't believe this is going to affect my business. Use those as opportunity to see what your business need. And you know what? Give your business what your business need. It doesn't matter if you're a content creator, you're a singer, a dancer, whatever it is, a teacher, a professor. It doesn't matter. Some people are not traditional entrepreneurs where you work for yourself. You can be a professional like myself. I taught college for years. You know what? That was my business while I was doing it. And I had to make sure that I'm writing curriculum, and I'm making sure that academic plans for my students is in place and everything like that. Listen, it's still the same. They used to always say you are the CEO of your positions. And you know what? They're right. For as long as you have the position anyway. And when you take ownership of that position, you will only grow in whatever industry that you do. So again, it's your favorite Shani Simon Godfrey. And until we meet again, bye, bosses.